Hello everyone. Welcome back to Weekly Korean Live class. My name is Keijun. 안녕하세요, 케이준입니다. And 안녕하세요, 춤추입니다. 새해 복 많이 받으세요. Happy New Year! Yay! It's 2024. Time flies. I think I've been doing live streaming like 7 years or something now. I think more like I don't remember exactly, but I think I started in 2017. I mean, not 27. So 안녕하세요. Alexis, Chris, Essie the Great, Ayan, Kishore, Yasai, Koati. Hello, Chris, exactly. Check out the link in the description because we always have some materials to give it to you. Okay, so 수미 안녕하세요. 사라 안녕. So today's topic is this. 따란! How to learn Korean in 2024. Yes, I'm sure you definitely want to know this, right? And happy New Year! People keep joining. So, in the meanwhile, I have a question for you. Serious question. Who wants to learn and speak Korean in 2024? 2024년에 한국어를 배우고 한국어로 말하고 싶은 사람 있어요? Anyone? If you want to say, by the way, me, I do. In Korean is 저요. I write it for you, so you can write it in the comment section too. 저요. Smiley. 저요. Me. And Lisa, Happy New Year to you too. And Koati, me. In Korean is 저요. 야사이. Exactly. I think that's why you are watching this video, right? So, if you want to say, I want to learn Korean, is 저는 한국어를 배우고 싶어요. 저는 한국어를 배우고 싶어요. We are getting a lot of 저요. 야사이, Essie the Great, Cam, and Aria, Sarah. 락슈미, 새해 복 많이 받으세요. Lisa, you too. So, let me break down the sentence very quickly. 저 is I or me. It's a humble way to say I or me. 는 is topic mark and particle. So 저는 is literally like as for me, but in this case it works like I as a subject. 한국 is the name of the country, South Korea. And 어 means language. So South Korean language is 한국어. And 를 is object marking particle, making 한국어 as an object of the sentence. 배우 is from 배우다. And it means to learn. And 고 싶어요 means want to. So all together, if you translate this Korean sentence literally, it means as for me, Korean language, learn, want to. In natural English, it just means I want to learn Korean. So it's just a quick breakdown of this useful sentence. 수미, you're so sweet. So you want to learn Korean with me. 고마워요. Me too. 저도요. And Michelle, 안녕하세요. And Trevon, 안녕하세요. And Emily, 안녕하세요. Great. So, 락심이 exactly. 저는 한국어를 배우고 싶어요. Please be careful with this. So, 한국어를 배우고 싶어요. I want to learn Korean. This is what you want to say, right? I read your mind already. So let's talk about this today. This is today's topic. How can you learn Korean and speak Korean in 2024 this year? Will Dolly, 안녕하세요. And if you are an absolute beginner without any prior Korean learning experience, 짠! I strongly recommend you to learn Hangul first. What is Hangul? Hangul is the Korean alphabet. It's Korean letters like this. Do you see this? And Hangul is very easy to learn, and you must learn because, imagine you are learning English and you don't know A, B, C, D. It doesn't make sense, right? It's exactly the same. If you want to learn the Korean language, please start with this Hangul first, and actually not many, all of my students said Hangul is easy to learn. Hangul is easy to know. It's not my personal experience, personal opinion, but it's opinion from all of my Korean students so far. So please check it out. Hangul is very easy. And if you want to learn this Hangul, we actually have this free Hangul ebook. Yay! Just like this. Da-da-da-da-da. Inside. Yeah, you can download this PDF by clicking the link in the description. Dun, dun, dun. So check out the link in the description. You can get this for free. And Korean Class 101 has several subscription, like free subscription, paid subscription. But to download this, you don't need a paid subscription, but free one is fine. So check it out. Okay, so let's move on. 두둔. 코아티. 케이진 밑에서 배워요. Or you can say 케이진이랑 배워요. 수미, 한국말 쉬워요. Korean is easy. Here we go. Okay, so first point I want to say that you can't learn if you never commit. This is a very important point because I have many Korean lovers, Korean language lovers, or Korean drama fans, or many foreign friends who want to learn Korean, but I noticed they didn't learn any Korean after a few years. And most of the reason is this. They didn't make any commitment. So you cannot learn Korean if you never commit. So this seems, of course, it's very natural. But actually, a lot of people make this mistake. They never start. So what kind of commitment they can make? So this is an example. 나란. I decided to take a Korean class. 저는 한국어 수업을 듣기로 했어요. 저는 한국어 수업을 듣기로 했어요. 낸시 안녕하세요. So now you know 저는, right? 저는 한국어. You already know it is Korean. And 수업 means class. And there is another object mark in particle. So you know that this 한국어 수업 is the object of the sentence. And 듣 is from 듣다, meaning to listen. To listen. Well, so 한국어 수업을 듣다 means to listen to a Korean class or take a Korean class. I mean, this is just an expression. Even if you attend the Korean class or you watch any Korean lessons, we use this expression. 한국어 수업을 듣다. So 듣다 literally means to listen, but as a phrase, it just means take a class. 수업을 듣다, take a class. 한국어 수업을 듣다, take a Korean class. And now we have this expression. 기로했어요. 기로했어요. It means 짜자자자잔. Decided to. So all together, if you translate it literally, it means, as for me, Korean class, take, decided to. In natural English, it just means, I decided to take a Korean class. 저는 한국어 수업을 듣기로 했어요. So this is an example of the commitment. So if you really want to learn Korean, the amazing language, in my opinion, you need to make a commitment such as take a Korean class. 저는 한국어 수업을 듣기로 했어요. 프라티씨 안녕하세요. 새해 복 많이 받으세요. So please make a commitment by enrolling a Korean class or getting some kind of resource, for example, like an app or textbook or learning program like ours, like Korean Class 101. So you need something. It's not just dreaming of learning Korean someday. If you want to actually learn Korean, then please make a commitment. You can buy a book or you can get an app, attend a class. Anyway, it's okay. Just start. Important point is start. 시작하세요. So you can get an 어플. 어플 means application. It's Korean way to say an app is 어플. Well, if you want, you can search this 어플. Innovative language 101. Innovative language 101. This is the name of our app. A lot of people think, this is Korean Class 101, so I want Korean Class 101 app, and they search for Korean Class 101. But actually, the name of our app is Innovative Language 101, not Korean Class 101. It's because our company is teaching many languages like Korean, Japanese, English, Spanish, Arabic, even like Bulgarian, Swahili, like 34 different languages. So with this app, you can learn many languages. So check it out. Or you can get a 책. 책 means a book. Or if you want to say textbook in Korean is 교과서. So what's the difference between 책 and 교과서? 교과서 is a book that is used in school. So usually if you get any textbook from school, that's 교과서. But in general, the book is 책 in Korean. Sumi, that's awesome! You decide to 듣기로, by the way, 듣기로 했어요. So you decide to take Korean class every day. That's an amazing commitment. Oh, Kwat, you're not feeling well. I hope you feel better soon. And last thing, just like Korean Class 101, you can take online class. In Korean, online classes, 인터넷 강의. Internet, as you can guess, it means internet. 강의 means lecture. So internet lecture is online class. 인터넷 강의. So please make commitment. By the way, if you join our Korean Class 101 group classes, we also give 교과서 too, 교과서. And 인터넷 강의, well, there are many online classes, so you can choose anything, or Korean Class 101. Oh, you have sore throat. I had sore throat last week too. So it's good that you don't have fever, but take care. So I hope you start something and make a commitment and say this to me. 저는 올해 한국어를 공부하기로 했어요. As for me, 올해 means this year. 한국어, Korean, and 를 object marking particle. 공부하 meaning to study. And in English, you often say learn Korean, but in Korean, we often say study Korean, as in 한국어를 공부하다. And now you know this, right? 기로했어요 means to decide to. So altogether, it literally means, as for me, this year, Korean language study decided to. In natural English is, I decide to learn Korean this year. I hope everyone who watched this video will say this. 저는 올해 한국어를 공부하기로 했어요. So how would you like to study? So please make commitment. You need a resource, and as you probably know, we are giving away lots of free resources, or as I said, you can get an app or book, but please find your own style and decide your own way. And of course, we can help too. So the first rule is make a commitment. Commit. 실천하세요. So start something. 시작하세요. Start something, please. So second point that I want to say is how to learn Korean if you actually want to speak. I mean, there are thousands of ways to learn Korean, but if you actually want to speak, what should you do? Because speaking Korean is your New Year's resolution, right? 새해 목표, New Year, 새해 목표. It literally means goals or resolution. So 새해 목표, New Year's resolution. Many of my students always say this. My New Year's resolution. 새해 목표는 한국어 공부하기예요. My New Year's resolution is to learn Korean, right? And I'm sure it's one of yours too. So I want to actually mention this. It has 문제. 문제 means problem, by the way. 프라티샤 고마워요. 코아티 very good. So 문제가 있어요. There is a problem. Many people want to speak Korean, but they just start learning Korean by playing vocabulary games. 단어 게임. 단어 vocabulary game. 단어 게임. So they just play the vocabulary games, which is okay because you pick up some vocabulary, random vocabulary. And they watch YouTube videos. You can put 동 or 유튜브 영상 or 동영상 or 영상 both means videos. Or they just read through textbooks. 교과서. Actually, these are okay because you learn the vocabulary, you pick up some random grammar, or maybe you just read some grammar, which is okay, but these are actually not the best ways if you want to speak Korean, because this is nothing to do. I mean, there are something to do, but if you want to speak Korean, this is not the main way to learn Korean. It's just learn some vocabulary, learn some random phrases. You only learn some disconnected words and phrases and disconnected grammar rules. So that doesn't really help you so much to speak Korean. And that doesn't super duper help you have conversation with native speakers. Shocking, right? I mean, picking up some words and phrases are okay, but there are better ways to spend time. What is that? Ta-da! There is a 해결책, solution. 해결책, solution. So there's a 해결책이 있어요. Okay, sure. So if you want to speak Korean in 2024 and have conversation, the best way is to learn Korean through conversations, because you want to improve speaking, then you need to learn through the conversations. If you want to just learn words, then you can learn words. If you just want to improve your grammar, then you can learn grammar. But if you want to speak and if you want to have a real conversation with native speakers, then you need to learn Korean through conversations, right? So if you use the conversation, you hear the exact lines and responses. When you have a conversation, usually someone asks 질문, right? Question. And someone often answer. So question, answer, that's how the conversation goes. So you hear the exact lines and, in this case, I answer this way. So you respond. And you also hear the flow of the language and train your ear, train your 귀. Train your 귀, ear. So you hear it and, in this case, Korean people say this way, and you hear the intonation and how Korean people say, you hear the flow of the language and train your ear. And it's actually really nice because I'm a non-native English speaker and I'm also learning other languages. But if I hear the flow of the language and train my ear, even I can distinguish which phrase, words are natural in this situation, because I always learn from the conversations and the situation. And you pick up the 짜잔, I don't have space. 따란, 단어. You also pick up 단어 and 문법 naturally because you get to see how they are used. So you see it and you pick up very naturally without putting lots of effort. Isn't that great? And 네, 좋은 경험이었어요. Yes, learning a language was great experience. And Fatima, I see. Oh, well, each method has, each institute or learning method has some like goal, and some of them has, you need to improve grammar, and they focus on grammar. But today I want to say how you can actually speak. And if you want to speak, then you need to practice speaking. So, I really recommend using 대화, conversations if you want to speak Korean. Yes. Okay, great. So, please learn Korean with conversations. But, how can I learn Korean through conversations? How? But through conversation, by the way, conversation in Korean is 대화. I just mentioned, right? 대화. So I prepared two solutions, two 해결책. So first one is this. 따란. Get a teacher. Yes. Well, this seems very useful, isn't it? So you can find an in-person teacher. So find a Korean teacher in your town. Or if you want, you can join Korean Class 101 group classes. Yes, we do have group classes, and I'm also a group class teacher. So I meet my group class students weekly, and we have a conversation in Korean. And if you want to speak Korean, that helps so much. So I hope you can find a teacher, or I know not everyone can get a teacher directly, so there are other solutions I prepared. For example, you can find language exchange partner. Language exchange partner. So you find a Korean person, Korean speaker, and you speak English or other language. You exchange your language. So maybe an hour you try to speak their language or your language, and for another hour you speak Korean with them. So you can find a language exchange partner. Or what you can do is you can find language. My handwriting is bad. Excuse me. Language practice friends. So it doesn't have a native Korean speaker, but Just like Kwati, Pratisha, Fatima, and Kishore, Nancy, and Lisa, we have many people who want to practice Korean, right? You can find them and practice Korean together. And Kwati, is that a live webcam conversation or just chatting? We have both. So for group classes, we do use live webcam. So you can see my face or other teacher's face and you have a conversation directly. But you can also have chatting too, like this. If you go to our website and check My Teacher section, then we have My Teacher Messenger. Here it's like, WhatsApp. It's like WhatsApp or KakaoTalk or Line, the messenger app. So you can just have a conversation with teacher just like chatting. So, or if you just join our Premium Plus subscription, you only have the messenger app. And another useful one is, actually, did you know that we also have live private classes of Korean Class 101. So Korean Class 101 has group classes. So in one group, in the Zoom group, you can have 3 to 4 more students usually, and you can have a conversation with them and a teacher. Or if you want to practice Korean 101, then try live private classes of Korean Class 101. Then you can talk to teacher directly for 30 minutes or an hour. You can choose. 프라티샤 맞아요. 언어 교환 친구들. And 지우 앱에서 on the app. And V hello. By the way, but I want to I want to actually quickly explain about this language exchange partner. I also tried this when I learned a language. And actually, they are not a teacher. So if you ask why, for example, like, oh, you use this one, how did you conjugate it? Many Korean people don't know how they conjugate it because we are a native Korean speaker. We just learn naturally, so we don't know the exact rules. So please bear with that. That's why actually teacher is the best because they can explain how they conjugate it, why this grammar works, why you have to use this grammar in this case. Teacher can explain, but language exchange partner, they are not professional teachers, so they don't know. They just say naturally. So please bear with that. And language practice friends too. I already tried that too, but none of us are native speakers. So I noticed we are using wrong grammar and we thought that's correct because we are still a learner, so we don't know the perfect grammar all the time. So we are using wrong grammars and few months or few years later, I noticed, oh, I was speaking incorrectly. So for these ones, it has this kind of downside, so please be careful. Be very careful. So yes, but if you join the Korean Class 101 group classes, yes, our teachers will correct you and give you feedback. So that's good. Actually, our group class is starting in January 22. January 22, woo! January 22nd. So, and we are closing the registration, I think this next Monday or something. Actually, we are closing tomorrow, but for live viewers only, because I just tell you today, so I know you need some more time. So only for you, we will close the registration on Monday, January 8th. So hurry up if you want to join it. So as Kwati mentioned, yes, if you become the Premium Plus member or live group class member or private group private lessons user on Korean Class 101, yes, you can use My Teacher Messenger. And also you can learn if you prefer studying conversation yourself without teacher because some people are too shy. In this case, this. This is our website, so you can take advantage of our website. So there are many lessons, but let me quickly show you the conversation. Let's see. So for example, this is one of our conversation lesson. So, well, there are 130 lessons as you see. A lot of lessons. But let me quickly choose one random. Oh, how about questions? This is how the lesson looks like. So you see this play button. So if you play this button, what happens is it plays a lesson. So at first it starts with the dialogue like this. Wow. So 윤설 씨는 남자친구가 있습니까? 윤설, do you have a boyfriend? And she say, 네, 저는 남자친구가 있습니다. Yes, I have a boyfriend. And Kid 씨는 여자친구가 있습니까? Kid, do you have a girlfriend? 아니요, 여자친구가 없습니다. No, I don't have a girlfriend. 여자친구가 없습니까? You don't have a girlfriend? 네, 없습니다. No, I don't. Like this. There's a conversation, and in the audio, teachers will break down the sentence and introduce the vocabulary like this, and also explain the grammar like this. Also, I know many of you are not native English speakers, so you might think, the English might be so difficult, right? But actually, we already know that many of our users are non-native speakers, so we use plain, easy English, plus we have the transcript, like this, so you can see what the teachers say. If you also have a question, leave a comment too. So, well, you get every words and phrases explained in easy English, and you hear the conversation many times, so by the end of the lesson, you can understand this conversation fully, plus you understand the grammar, vocabulary. So, I hope you can take this. You can take advantage of our lessons too. How are the classes grouped? Lakshmi, that's an amazing question. We group based on the level. We don't group the different level of learners. First, when you join Korean Class 101 group classes, you need to take a simple assessment test. By doing that, we know your level. Your level is absolute beginner, you're a beginner, and we put you in the right class. So don't worry about the level. 걱정하지 마세요. Don't worry. Okay, so if you learn Korean through the conversation, 대화, you can learn 문법 and 단어 naturally too. 문법, grammar, 단어, vocabulary. So try this method this year. I hope this will be very useful. So you will hear the real spoken Korean and train your ear through the 대화. And you learn the exact lines to use in 대화. So when you hear the conversation, you know that, in this case, I need to answer this, because you always learned in a pair, like question and answers and the situation, conversation. So you pick up the 단어, words, and 문법, grammar naturally without memorizing. That's the good part, because we don't want to memorize so hard. It's hard. And also you get to understand every single word because we explain to you. So I hope you can take this week, this year. So far, do you have any questions? 질문 있어요? So if you have any question, please leave a comment on Korean Class 101 YouTube channels or our Facebook account. Lakshmi, that's good to know. Thanks. You're welcome. Kwati, That's actually what I want to ask to you. What's your New Year's resolution? 새해 목표가 뭐예요? 새해, New Year's, 목표, goal or resolution. What? 예요 is kind of like is. So 새해 목표가 뭐예요? What is your New Year's resolution? I really want to know. So please leave a comment on Korean Class 101 YouTube channel or Facebook, or if you want, you can tag me on Instagram. And Fatima, thank you so much. That's true. So when you take a group classes, there are students from all over the world. So you have to consider the time difference. But we have a class in many different time slots, so you can actually choose. Yes, you can choose. The link to our group classes is in the description, so check it out if you're interested. Okay, so before leaving, as usual, don't forget to get this free Hangul ebook. Hangul is very easy to learn. Many of my students said they took like few minutes or few hours, few days. It's not difficult to learn. My students said. Understanding structure of Hangul takes only few minutes, but memorizing Hangul takes an hour, several hours, or several days. So memorizing takes time, but understanding itself is super easy. So check it out. The link is in the description. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining the Korean class and learning Korean with me in 2024. Next week, let's preview Korea in 2024. What will happen in Korea in 2024? Let's preview some event and holiday stuff. And the lesson will be 1 p.m. in Korean time, so the time will be different in your country. 가일롱 고마워요. And it will be Thursday, every Thursday. So next week will be January 11th. So 감사합니다. Thank you so much, everyone. And 감사합니다. 락시미, 코아티, 파티마, 프라티샤, and 지우, 트레봉 고마워요. 가일론, 낸시 고마워요. Thank you. And 새해 복 많이 받으세요. Happy New Year. Bye bye. See you next